Hello, retro gamers and cosplayers and other loyal viewers. It's Games Wild Elf channel once again, folks. Games Wild Elf 26. Hey, and this is going to be another walk and rant, folks. As you know, of course, most of you that already know these videos, it's not about the video quality. No. It's about the topic, what we're talking about in the walk and rant, and your wonderful replies in the comment section below, so we can get a dialogue happening after the video. All right, folks, so let me put it in the correct camera angle, and here we go on Friday, May 2026, folks. All right, so anyway, this is kind of a multi-topic, maybe a little bit of a categorical topic walk and rant. I recently touched on a few things, and they've had some interesting changes. My most recent walk and rants were sci-fi related, and on that note, there has been some interesting news from the front regarding the Disney-owned franchises. Yeah, the Disney-owned versions of Star Wars, for instance. And some Marvel stuff, too. It kind of got lackluster under the radar. But one of the most recent ones was a series they were doing trying to revive the interest in the character Darth Maul. And the other one was about their attempts to bring people back somehow interested in Daredevil once again. But I don't think that the real interest of Daredevil is going to spike again until they actually have Avengers Doomsday in theaters with actual living, breathing audiences. Without that, they're not going to get the true views that they're looking for. But from what I understand, in the last, not even the last 7 days, maybe the last 6 days, the series that they have regarding the Maul character and the series that they have regarding the attorney Matt Murdock, always known, of course, as Daredevil, it's been dismal numbers, people. The view numbers have been dismal. And a lot of the execs at Disney who keep telling themselves some kind of alternate reality from the one we're actually living in, they're all acting tremendously shocked that such lower viewership on these things. And why? Why are they so shocked? I mean, they see the reviews for various movie products they put out there. They see the reviews for various Star Wars things and various MCU things, or, as they've come to call it nowadays, the MCU, thanks to the stagnation and awfulness that was brought to it by Kathleen Kennedy. Tom Favreau should just be put in charge of both Marvel and Star Wars at this point. Tom Favreau exists in the Marvel universe like a character, Happy, both in Spider-Man movies and in Iron Man and the whole 9 yards, not the movie, just the span of projects. And then behind the camera, he exists as a driving force, trying to correct or make some goodness out of the type of Star Wars projects that have been dropped in his care. And a lot of times they tied his hands, so he couldn't really give us what he actually wanted. And that's unfortunate, Good guy, Tom Favreau. And I've covered this in a previous walk and rant to some degree about Tom Favreau. But he's probably their best ticket to putting both Marvel Comics movies as well as Star Wars projects on track. I think they should even bring in, and I'm quite serious about this. I think they should bring in another director to help write, maybe produce, get some think tank ideas going. And that's none other than famous director Kevin Smith. That's right. The widely successful Clerks and Mallrats and all that, Jay and Silent Bob. He really does have his thumb on the pulse of pop culture and what the true fans truly appreciate, rather than what the agenda pushers are claiming that people appreciate, that the numbers never validate. But yeah, I'm looking forward to your thoughts on that one too, folks. But yeah, so that's what it is on sci-fi right now. And let's see, we'll move on to another topic, if we will. Come back to sci-fi and whatnot a little bit later. There's a state of music too. And for some people that really appreciate music, both from the listening standpoint and people that appreciate it from the playing it standpoint, such as my pal Captain Frugal. Hey, how you doing, Captain? Recently, and I say recently, this was some weeks back, Billy Corgan in some interviews has kind of publicly, talked about how the industry suddenly had dropped support for rock and roll, hard rock and roll, metal, whatever, almost at the height of its popularity, and immediately was filling the airwaves and filling the programming, both at MTV, VH1, and filling the DJ playlists somehow with rap, hardcore rap, basic rap, mixtures of R&B and rap, and it was like this staggering, aggressive push, this aggressive agenda to suddenly just scream out to the stars, that this all these types of rap, that this was suddenly going to be the new standard on all the music things, no matter what, even if it's a complete shock to everybody, because they're currently spending ridiculous money filling stadiums. They can't even get the tickets in time, filling stadiums to see rock and roll acts, and alternative metal acts, and all kinds of rock-related acts, thrash metal, speed metal, the whole 9 yards, even the bluesy stuff, which is awesome, So if they're selling out stadiums like nobody's business, having hard time getting through huge tours, well, then how come the media services were acting like there was some drop in its popularity, and now this other form of music has usurped it in popularity? Now, I'll give the props. There is a lot of popular rap that started way back when. Some icons of the industry of rap, probably Run DMC comes to mind as some of the forefathers of it. But the way it was presented, the way it was put upon, at least American audiences, it was quite an unnatural surge. It was like they were given orders by, I don't know, who would interfere to have some outcome that isn't clear, but it fits them somehow. The government, yeah. Yeah, you see, heavy metal music is very rebellious music. It makes people question everything. It makes people kind of come together and not go at each other's throats, believe it or not. Whereas the repeating themes and a lot of the raps had been, get your coin up, Get your women, get your women. And then the feuds between certain rap artists, which also became the focal point of a lot of music later. But yeah, it's strange, you know. They'd want us to be focusing on making a lot of money. You know, well, whose goal is that? Well, it's not the average person's goal, really. Well, let me reflect on that. You know, some people want to be entrepreneurs. That's fine. But a big entity behind the scenes that has the power to pull this kind of stuff off, who wants people to think of making money no matter what? The government. They want you to have a life. They want you to work your life away. They want you to make a lot of money, not for you, for them. They want to give you ridiculous taxes at random moments or raise existing taxes so they can claim that they didn't give you a new tax. They simply brought up an old one, right? So, yeah, so Billy Corgan brought this to light. And apparently some other bands are kind of hopping on that too, but I'd love to hear your input on these things, folks. Have a great one. Remember, this is Games Wild Elf channel. This is a walk and rant. And I guess I'll title this possibly something along the lines of metal music rise and sabotage. Yeah, there's a certain poeticness about that. Remember kind of the rap rock band Beastie Boys. Before that was a thing, rap mixed with rock, there was the Beastie Boys. And then Public Enemy did a wonderful mix, a wonderful thing with freaking Anthrax. Yeah, Scott Ian. And Scott Ian, he's freaking awesome. Even at this point in his life, he's awesome as heck. Okay, guys. May the Triforce bless you all. I hope you enjoyed this walk and rant. And yeah, I'm going to put it metal music rise and sabotage. Maybe with a question mark on it. And I'm going to have to stop this for a minute just so I can have lighting. This patch of the walk is very low on light right here. I'm at the probably around the 12-minute mark, a little after. So I'm going to give you a quick close-up here. Extreme close-up.